Today I've taken the topic of creative leadership. In this, I'm going to discuss about what is creativity, what is leadership, and what it takes to become a creative leader. Now, the first one, what is creativity? A simple question that I would like to ask you. Can you give me an example of the most creative person that you have ever seen, heard, or met? I've asked this question at many forums, wherein generally people give me examples of the mathematicians, scientists, and so on. They never tell their name first. In fact, the most creative person born on this earth is you yourself. You are the most creative individual born on this earth. There is no person who was born like you before, nor in future. Even in case of an identical twins, they may be looking alike, but they're absolutely not brain alike. In a simple way to define what creativity is, it is an ability of an individual to see problems from different perspectives and generate more options for a given situation. I would like to tell you a story about a tailor by name Elias Ho. It's in the year 1844. This Elias Ho was the best tailor in the town. What happens if you are the best tailor in the town? You get more orders. Also, the expectation of the people is always high. When he was stitching, he had a problem. The problem was whenever he used to stitch, often he used to get his fingers hurt. That he didn't like it. Then he thought, can I design a swing machine? How to design a swing machine? He kept on thinking. He was so obsessed that, even in dream, he used to think about it. His dream is very important for us. In his dream, he sees a group of Red Indian tribal people coming towards him and telling him, you Elias Howe can't design a swing machine. It's better you're killed. Drag him to the street and kill him. But nobody was there to listen to him. He was dragged to the center of the street. One among the Red Indian took a long spear and he was about to make a hole in his heart. What Elias Howe saw was something interesting. He saw an eye-shaped hole at the tip of the spear. With a jolt, he got up. He got an idea. If this is a needle and you find the eye-shaped hole at the base, right? Now what he did was, he just moved it upside down and moved the eye-shaped hole from the base to the tip. That's what you see in a swing machine. In a swing machine, you find the hole at the tip, whereas a needle, you find the hole at the base, by which he could invent a swing machine. So creativity is all about seeing problems from different perspectives and coming out with more options in life. More the options, more creative you are. Now, we will see what leadership is all about. Leadership is a set of abilities. It is all about managing people. It is all about trust. It is all about empowering each individual in your team. It is all about creating an environment where everyone grows. So we have seen what creativity is and what leadership is. Now let's bring these terms together. Now we'll see what do you mean by creative leadership. Creative leadership is all about having an idea, implementing that idea, and bringing in a change in your system. Why this creative leadership is important for teachers or principals? Now, if you see the World Economic Forum, they have listed top skills which is important for the future. In that, if you see, one of the most important qualities is originality and creativity. So creativity, originality is one of the most important skills seen for the future. You would have also seen during the COVID time that schools transformed themselves to teaching through an online mode. The schools, the leaders of the school who use their creative leadership ability to help the whole team to manage this change. So there are many leadership styles. You have democratic, laissez-faire, authoritative, transformational leadership. There are many leadership styles. Creative leadership is one such leadership styles. Like a vehicle has got a car, if you take, there are many gears, gear 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, as the leader, you need to have many leadership styles. One style does not work. So you should know, depending on the situation, what leadership style that you need to incorporate in your day-to-day situations. Now, if you see creative leadership for a principal or a teacher can be seen from two facets or two domains. One, we can call it as your personal leadership qualities that is required to become a creative leader. The second is the professional leadership traits to become a creative leader. A creative leader needs to have certain personal qualities as well as certain personal leadership traits. Now, let's come to the personal leadership qualities. There are four major qualities. I would say the first one is ability to take risk and learn from your failure. So, this risk-taking ability is an important quality of any leader. Now, how do you develop this risk-taking ability? Why is that some leaders take risk, whereas some leaders, they don't want to take risk? We all call it as a calculated risk. All your risk comes from your faith that have you in your work, and believe in yourself, and believe in the work that you do. If you have faith in the work that you do, faith in yourself, you will definitely take risk. And the second aspect is, when you fail, you need to learn from what went well and what did not work well. So, a creative leader is always reflective. He checks what did not work well, so that becomes a learning for his future risk. The second point is originality of ideas. A creative leader needs to come up with original ideas. There are two cases that happens where a leader comes up with his or her own original idea and tells the team, sir, this is the idea, can we work on that? Sometimes you see that, as you go from lower end to the higher end of the organization, higher end, you see there are more patterns you develop as you grow higher compared to the people who are at the lower end. So you need to change the pattern of thinking. Many times what happens is that the teachers at the lower end can come up with wonderful ideas. So a creative leader, if he can't come up with creative ideas, you should create an environment where people generate a lot of ideas. He is ready to accept those ideas. So either you give it or create an environment where your team members give it. Third one is openness towards others' ideas. You need to read more, listen to others' ideas. From there, you may come up with some ideas. Fourth one is your values and belief system. All the great leaders, if you see, one common among all these people are the values that they follow in their life. So creative leaders have very strong value system in them. Their belief on certain things are very strong. They are very disciplined. These are the personal leadership qualities. Now, we go for the professional leadership traits. The first one is envision the future. The manager basically deals with day-to-day things, but a creative leader predicts the trend. He always envisions the future. What will happen in future? He has that. Second point is enabling collaboration and strengthening your team. A creative leader is always part of the team. I would like to give a simple analogy for this. It is like a soil, a creative environment that is created in your workplace. Imagine the soil is very fertile and you put a very poor quality seed. Definitely the seed will have some potential to grow. The second is, if you put a very good seed, it will really grow very high. Imagine you have a very good seed, a very creative team member, but the environment is not good. He will have a suffocation. He will soon leave your organization. The job of a creative leader is to create an environment where everybody grows. Everybody work together. There's a second one. Third one is, creative leaders always look for opportunities. If there is a problem, from the problem, how do you solve this? So look for opportunities and solve problems. If there are no problems, there is no charm in being a creative leader. Creative leaders don't run away from problem. They see problem as an opportunity, solve it and move ahead. And the last one is your emotional connect with your team members. That is more important for any leader. Now, if you see the entire people working together, it's not only an intellectual connect, it is more of emotional connect. If you connect with your team member more emotionally, they can do wonders for you. They can do impossible things for you. So, a leader has to invest time in the emotional connect also. Because a lot of people leave because of the managers, they don't leave the organization. So, Among all these qualities, ideally, a creative leader takes risk, learn from the failure, and the last one is envisioning the future. He sees the future, takes risk, learns from the failure, and take the whole team together. Creative leadership, it is not a leader's journey, it is a whole team journey together.